What I'm about to tell you will keep you up at night, but it's the only thing that can save your future. Look around you. People are working harder than ever, but they're getting poorer and poorer. The dream of owning a home has become a 30-year debt. The new car has become a monthly rental. And retirement? Forget it. It's a mirage. Do you think this is just a temporary crisis? Or bad luck for your generation? It's not. The end of the middle class is not an economic accident. It was a plan. They want you to own nothing. They want you to be an eternal subscriber to your own life. And if you don't understand how this plan works in the next few minutes, you'll be the next victim. I'm going to show you exactly who's behind this, the exact date when the crime began, and most importantly, what you need to do today to not be crushed by the system. Stay with me because from now on, the veil will fall. Think about your father or your grandfather. At 25 years old, they probably already had a house, a car, and a family supported by a single salary. They weren't financial geniuses. They weren't millionaires. They were just middle class. Today, if you earn $5,000, $10,000, do you feel rich? Or do you feel like you're always one bill away from collapse? The math doesn't add up anymore. The cost of living has gone up 10 times. But your purchasing power has been drained as if there were an invisible leak in your bank account. This leak has a name. But before I reveal the culprit, you need to understand the concept of voluntary slavery. In the old days, to control a population, you needed chains and guards. Today, you just need inflation and debt. An indebted person doesn't protest. A person afraid of losing their job next month doesn't question the system. They just obey. And this is exactly where the plan starts to get dark. There's a famous quote from the World Economic Forum that says, "You will own nothing and be happy." They're not joking. They're transforming everything that was an asset into a service. Pay close attention. You no longer buy software, you subscribe. You no longer buy an album, you subscribe to streaming. Car manufacturers are already testing charging a subscription for you to use the seat heater that's already installed in your own car. Why is this dangerous? Because those who own nothing have no power. If you stop paying the subscription, your life gets turned off. The middle class has always been the backbone of freedom. People with property have a voice. People without property are dependent. And the plan is to turn you into a lifelong dependent of big corporations and the state. But when did everything change? There was a specific day, an event that broke the world, and nobody taught you this in school. In 1971, the global financial system was sabotaged. Until then, money was backed by gold. The government couldn't simply print notes like it was toy paper. But that year, the rules changed. Money became fiat currency. In other words, paper based on promises. Since 1971, worker productivity has skyrocketed, but real wages have stagnated. Where did the rest of the money go? It went to the top, to the 1% who are close to the money printer. This is called the Cantillon effect. Those who receive the new money first buy assets at low prices. When that money reaches you at the supermarket, it has already lost its value and prices have already gone up. Being robbed every day through inflation, and you don't even notice. It's the hidden tax that destroys the middle class while it sleeps. And now comes the part they don't want you to know. You know this idea of the gig economy? Being your own boss, driving for an app or delivering food. They sold this as freedom, but in reality, it's the total precarization of work. No benefits, no security, no equity. The middle class is being pushed to the level of the 19th century proletariat, but with a smartphone in hand to distract them. While you scroll through your feed, your lifetime is being exchanged for coins that are worth less and less. They created the Rat Race 2.0. In version 1.0, you could still get out of the race if you saved. In 2.0, inflation runs faster than your ability to save. If you leave your money sitting in the bank, you're losing. If you invest in what they tell you to, you're being taxed. Seems like a trap with no way out, right? Hold on. There is a way out, but it requires you to completely change your view of what is safe. The system wants you to believe that the safe path is study hard, get a stable job, finance a house, and wait for retirement. That path died in 2008 and was buried in 2020. Today, the safe is the biggest risk you can take. Having only one source of income is dangerous. Depending on a currency issued by an indebted government is financial suicide. Elite don't keep cash. They keep real assets. They buy land, companies, and technologies. They know that paper will burn, but properties remain. Middle class, on the other hand, is trained to consume, to buy the new iPhone in 12 installments to look rich, while getting poorer and poorer. Consumption is the anesthesia for the pain of financial slavery. You need to stop being the consumer and start being the owner. But I don't have money to invest, you might say. This is where the final secret comes in. The most valuable asset you have right now is not your bank balance. It's your attention and your knowledge. The system spends billions to keep you distracted with useless controversies, dances, and entertainment politics. Because while you're arguing about who's to blame on the news, you don't notice that your pocket is being emptied from both sides. The plan to end the middle class depends on your ignorance. They need you to keep believing that inflation is the fault of the climate, the war, or bad luck. They need you to keep accepting salary increases that are smaller than the rise in prices. They need you to keep being a good citizen who pays abusive interest without complaining. But now you know the truth. You know the game is rigged. So how do you win a rigged game? Simple. Stop playing by their rules and start playing by yours. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you the 3 keys to escape this planned collapse. But first, you need to understand the last piece of the puzzle. CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. If you thought inflation was bad, wait until they have the power to program your money. Imagine a world where your money has an expiration date, or where you can't buy meat because you've already exceeded your carbon quota for the month. This isn't science fiction. It's already in the testing phase. It's total control over the last bastion of middle-class freedom, financial autonomy. If they control how and where you spend, they control you. So how do you protect yourself? First key, centralization. You need to have assets that the government can't print and can't confiscate with a click. Study Bitcoin, precious metals, and international assets. Don't put all your eggs in the basket of a government that's printing your future to pay debts from the past. Second key, value education. Stop learning what school taught you to be a worker. Learn skills that the market pays well for. Sales, technology, capital management. Become anti-fragile. If the market changes, you change with it. Third key, owner mindset. Stop subscribing to other people's lives and start building your own. Fewer liabilities, more assets. Every dollar you spend on nonsense is a soldier you lose in the war for your freedom. Every dollar you invest is a brick in the wall that will protect your family. Time is running out. A window to exit the endangered middle class and enter the group of those who will own the future is closing. Many will watch this video, find it interesting, and go back to scrolling their feed. Those will be the ones who will own nothing and be happy, or rather, will be forced to fake happiness while surviving on government crumbs. but not you. If you made it this far, it's because something inside you has awakened. The plan was designed for you not to notice. Now you've noticed, and once you see the matrix, it's impossible to unsee it. Question now is, what are you going to do with this information? Will you continue being a piece on their board? Or will you start knocking down the pieces and building your own game? The choice is yours, but choose quickly, because the bill is coming, and it's going to be expensive. Don't leave for tomorrow the freedom you can start building today. The system counts on your procrastination. Don't give them that gift. The middle class may be dying, but you don't have to die with it. Take control now.